the segment that I thought we were doing.
We'd let you get ready, and we're saying hi to everyone right now.
Oh, is it on?
It's on. Yeah.
Oh, hey!
So here's what we tried to do today. We tried to do a bunch of quick, short segments for you. We actually have a profile on Rachel. You got me, Rachel Cromer, our merch girl, who sells all the merch at night.
Yeah.
Susan's getting ready. We're getting ready for the show. We got a 7:30 show. We're excited. One thing we wanted to tell you as we go through this is that we want to talk about something important.
That's because I'm getting ready and I was here to remind you.
Yeah.
We're having stories every time. We're coming back, see?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're coming back, see?
So, look, it's not going to be so professional all the time. Some going to be short, quick things. However they edit it, we're just going to send it up there and
They're going to
hope it all works out.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
We'll get back to our squares when we get back home.
Yeah.
We miss the squares. We like the squares. It looks good.
Yeah, and the backgrounds and all that. But this is a nice background, actually.
Yeah, I'm getting used to the bus background.
Yeah.
Now listen, if you want, a lot of our episodes while we're doing them live, we're talking about things you're going to look at and you can see. So you audio people, because you get used to just listening to the podcast, that's cool. But if you want to see what we're talking about, go to YouTube. It's very easy. Go to YouTube, put in Cowsills Podcast, and all of our episodes will come up. Or easier, go to cowsill.com, cowsill.com, and it says our podcast, hit it, and the most recent one will be up there ready to just click on it.
Yep.
The video, just scroll, you'll see the video come on.
And last week, audio listeners are probably realizing it because we're all up to date, audio people are hearing us describe the bunks and, all this. Well, if you guys want to see that when you get home and you're at work listening to audio, go home and do the YouTube thing because you really got to see this episode. It's not like all the rest. We're kind of like out and about, show and all the different things that happen in a day. So you might want to check that out visually.
And that's going to be for a couple more episodes. Okay. Yeah. So we're going to do the show. Yeah. We maybe got some more footage tonight for you. But that's Susan. She's getting ready, as you know. It's her a little longer. That's okay. And all right, we'll see you next week. Enjoy.
Peace out.
Red Trunk is where Mark Bowman's clothes are there, Ron Dante's. I think Susan has some things in the red trunk. And we carry that thing in the trailer with us. Troy, would you say hi? This is Troy from the Vogues.
Hello, everyone.
Now, Troy,
from the Vogues.
The show is going on. This is Troy in show mode, by the way. And this is an unusual time to get Troy because he's amped up and he is ready to crank it out to these people.
I need to go get into my mental state, though.
Now, we're going to get you out. We're going to get you out there on stage, Troy.
Please, now you're going to make me nervous.
All right, now we're going to see you
walking to the door.
We're going to see you on stage. I'm going out there now.
All right, bye.
There he goes. That's Ron Dante right there. He gets to go up last, so he's relaxed show mode. Let's see what the Classics 4 are up to right here.
Oh, don't use these doors.
Oh, that's the door. Oh, did you see that? I got stopped by the security guard. I have to go through another door. So I'll have to do. Ron, I got stopped by the security guard. I have to go through another door. Yeah. So here we go. Hey, Dusty. That's Dusty.
Is this a documentary?
Well, it's our podcast. I'm just kind of doing beef footage. Here we go. We got the grassroots. We got Dusty. That's Dusty. Look at this guy. Road Warrior, Mark Dawson.
Hello.
He of the wonderful hair.
Wonderful hair.
Royce has wonderful hair too, but his is like Dawson. You're Dawson Light. All right, let's go check on the Classics 4. Oh, yeah, we got him up
All right, everybody, here we are backstage. This is where we come about a half hour before the show. And this will be jammed up tight with people. We'll go through here to all dressing rooms. There's Tom. We're getting ready for the show. There's Mark and Gary. This is backstage, but we're more interested in this way. So we'll be here for about a half hour, and then we're going to go on. It's a short show tonight. This is called a crossover. So here we are on stage right, and then Gary will come on, and we like to hug Gary before his show, and he always sneaks over here to stage left. So let's go stage left. See who we might run into. Pretty nice crossover. Usually there's cables and everything else in the way, but not in this instance. And you really can't see him, but he is up there, and he's manning his monitor booth. And these are the steps for all the people that want to go up on stage left. Now I'm going to go back through the crossover because we like to go up on stage right. It's just how we like to do it. It's always so crowded on the stage left side, so. But yeah, so this is called a crossover, and we use it all night long, running from one side to the other. And there is somebody who left their scooter or their chair, and then they go out to their seats, and it's going to be a beautiful thing. And here's Joey. Joey's looking for the crossover. So there's Joey from Badfinger, Milan, and he's headed through the crossover. See, we all use it. It's pretty cool. Sometimes we don't have one, and then that's not very much fun. However, I see the audience is coming in. The audience is coming in. And we're gonna like it. We're gonna like the audience. And where are we? We're in Richfield, Ohio. Okay. And so that was the crossover. Look at, I'm gonna just poke. I know it's dark because it's almost showtime. But see, I'm gonna just spread this, and then you see all the people are there gathering. Very fun. Very fun. And I'll tell you, even if it seems like there's not a lot of people, by the time we go on the show, oh hi, there they are. Yeah, I love your t-shirts, hi. So those are a couple of friends. Well, they're not friends, they're fans who are friends, and they have their, okay. So that's pretty good. So we're gonna try to get all the bands playing tonight. It's gonna be a lot of fun tonight. So I'm gonna stop right here and then turn it back on when the bands come on. We're on first, so I'll have to grab this after that. And I think Bob's gonna be out getting snippets in the audience. I'm gonna be working from here, and we're gonna have a great film.
Hi, how are you, man? Hey, welcome, you guys.
Hey.
So we're here. We're on the bus. This is the bus tour episode that you've all been enjoying, and this is Rachel Cormer right here. Say hey, Ray. Hi. This is Rachel. Rachel is merch on the Happy Together tour, but oh, so much more. And we're gonna find out from Rachel how she got on this bus. Yes. So hi, Ray. Hi, Sue. Okay, hey. So this is Rachel and mine's first interview together. Okay, so I like to start things off finding out about where you were born, like how you got into loving music so much, because clearly it's a huge part of your life. Our listeners don't know, but they're about to find out. So you're born where? You're raised? Your mom and dad do what?
Yes, I'm born and raised in Knoxville, Tennessee, which is East Tennessee, near the Smoky Mountains. And I just got into music. My dad would play 60s music when I was a kid, taking me to school in the morning, had a mixed CD of which had Happy Together on it. And
Your go to grade school had Happy Together on it?
like kindergarten. Shania Twain and 60s music.
Oh, maybe it'll be on her tour.
That would be
Okay, well, Shania, if you're listening, she's super good. All right, so you're brought up, your folks love music, right?
My dad loves music.
So dads are pimps.
So I listen to his music, and then I get into the Beatles, like really, really heavy into the Beatles, and then just expand into all 60s music from there. It was like Beatles, British Invasion, and then it just kept growing.
How old are you when you're expanding?
Like 4th grade.
Good goodness. So she's
Early
I mean, you know, I wouldn't have been into music in the 4th grade had I not been in a band, so I'm very impressed with your kind of like leaning toward it. All right, so you have a regular life as a kid, you're getting through school, and then it's time to go to college or get those important, what am I going to do with my life at 10 or 8 or 12? How old are people in the 18? Still too young. So you decide what?
Yeah, I have like no clue what I'm gonna do for college. I don't know. I'm thinking maybe going to do movies, motion pictures, or psychology. Those were my 2 things.
Oh, you'd be real good at psychology.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But I have no idea, and I don't know where I'm gonna go to college. And it's literally the night before you have to make a decision.
Wait, back it up. Did you and mom and dad get in the car, drive? Oh,
They
I like that.
forced
Get in
me
the car,
on
drive. Okay.
They literally tricked me into my
Yes.
first college.
We
career.
have to do that.
Yeah.
But in high school, did you take any theater arts or?
Yeah, I was in stage crew for musical theater and arts program, band, marching band, pep band. So I really like music, arts, but I don't have like not like a performer. I'm more of the behind the scenes.
Got
I
it.
like
Production.
everything, but be part of it. Yes.
Okay, this brings me to my next question. It's something I know about Rachel, and we want to know when this started. So, Rachel, I know you're a wonderful photographer. I mean, really good. She got a job on that Flower Power cruise, but that's later. I don't want to like mess up the interview. So, when did you get into photography? When did you think, hey,
My senior year of high school, I took an AP art class, and that summer before you had to like build a portfolio. You have to do your art based off your own pictures. So they said this summer take 200 pictures. They're going to be your references all year. And I was like, oh, I like this.
this is fun?
I like
I
this
can do
better
that.
than drawing and painting and that kind of thing.
Okay.
And yeah, so I started getting into photography just for fun.
Mm-hmm.
And my senior gift from my parents was a camera. My first real camera. I had like a little toy camera.
Yeah. No, but we're talking like
real camera.
because you know what you're doing now, and it's years later. Okay, so it's time to pick what college, and you always knew where you wanted to
I
go.
had no idea where I wanted
No
to go.
idea until the final hour.
Yeah, and really the only way I can say it is I just feel like God was telling me Belmont.
Okay,
So 100% I went to Belmont.
that doesn't need to be
Where's
qualified.
Belmont?
It's in Nashville, Tennessee.
And Belmont was known for what, as far as college?
It was a music school.
Ah.
But I was not going for music.
No.
And I went in undeclared, meaning I have not decided what I'm going to study.
Right.
Thinking motion pictures probably, and then I start meeting motion pictures kids, and I'm like, nope, I don't like this like they like this.
Aw, they have trouble a little bit. Some of them.
They just know, they just like love it. And I
Oh.
liked it, but I didn't love it.
Oh, it wasn't your passion, and you saw that.
And I saw that, yes.
Okay.
So then I'm just taking classes, and I take one class that I really am interested in. So I asked the professor, what track does this lead into? And he says you could do audio production, video production, or multimedia production, which is like video production, but with some extra graphic design.
So this is graphics. This is techno
More
computer
the broader
graphics.
visual
Okay.
stuff. So I start taking those classes, and I realized I actually hate video production.
She hates it, y'all.
But I really like graphic design and photography.
Loves that.
So I do double minors in that and keep my major so I can still graduate on time, but then I have to keep taking video classes that I don't like. But
And the major was what?
multimedia.
Multimedia. Okay, so we're at Belmont, we're in multimedia, we finally figured some things out, we're working our way, and then we hear about a special summer event that you can get credit for.
Well, I knew
Oh,
that
back it up.
I learned that Mark Coleman from the Turtles is a professor at
Hello,
Belmont.
grade school on the way to school.
So yeah,
music.
so music loving me, 60s music loving me is like, we gotta meet this man, how are we gonna make this happen? And it doesn't happen. And then I hear about, oh, they take students on the Happy Together tour. And you can intern if you're within this specific college at Belmont. Well, my major just so happens to be changed into that college my junior year.
Well,
So I'm suddenly eligible for this
Manipulation 101 is also taught through the years for genius.
Yeah, so
And-
I apply, even though I'm not in the music business program, but my major, if I had changed my major to design, would not have been in this college, could not have gotten on this internship.
None of this would happen.
Yeah, but I did not change my major, and I get to apply for this tour. And so one of the people who were picked, you have to like do a pitch interview kind of thing, where you like send in a video that says why you're interested. And mine's like, I love this music. I don't even remember. That's all I remember. I had 3 reasons for going. But
Were you
one of them-
nervous to make the video?
Yeah, nervous
Oh,
to
fun.
make the video, but I remember having my albums, like it's like the record
show
collector.
your
Yes, and so I'm
authenticity, yeah.
showing
Oh,
like
cool.
these
Okay,
albums.
so you get
Cowsills
picked, you
fan.
head out, you get a bus, you're gonna shadow everybody on the tour, the girls, the boys, whoever, they had both, come out and you shadow the tour. You learn how to do sound, you learn how to, or you watch, you know, you get an idea of what's going on, sound, lights, load in, load out, everything, right? And then we would even have little panels where we would talk to the students, the artists, which was super fun. Rachel had an interesting first year, but decided she loved it. And she and I bonded.
Yeah.
And so then, all right, so then she's a student only. That happens. Did you come more than one time as a student?
No,
Okay,
just,
great.
that was my last summer in college.
All right. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So then when did we get you as an official Happy Together?
So I did the 2.5 week internship. One of the rotations is photography, so I'm like, oh, I can do that. You want to hire me? Hello. And that's not an actual job on this tour, so that doesn't happen. But I keep in touch with the tour manager, and I'm just like, hey, you know, I'm interested. If anything comes up, I want to get back on tour. I love this.
Manipulation 101. I mean,
And
yeah, what do we want to call that? Being aggressive, being proactive. Proactive.
And yeah, keeping in touch, all that stuff. The girl who used to do this, Tess, shout out to Tess.
Shout out to
Awesome.
Tess.
Leaves for another job in the music industry, I think. And so somebody else is brought on right after her, and that wasn't a good fit.
No,
and
not a
so
fit.
all good. And then I get an email from the tour manager in 2020 saying, hey, do you want to come back out? We need a new merch person. And I
Were you
was like,
flipped?
yeah, I flipped. I can't remember what happened. I was super
I
excited.
can only
Did you know
imagine.
anything about the merch job
Not
from
other
Tessa
than
or
what I
from
had,
anybody?
only what I had shadowed.
Probably looked a lot easier than it actually
Yeah, it looks easier than it is. Yes.
All right,
She
so
made it look easy.
What year was that you joined us?
I was invited for 2020.
Canceled.
Yes. And then 2021 was my first year technically. But it was like a month.
Yeah.
Right, August. It was the
But
third
she
leg.
was the
It
best.
was the third leg of the Happy
Right,
Together
we
tour
never
that
did
we
get to
did
do
that
it
year.
because of COVID.
That had to be tough at the merch table. COVID.
Yeah, it was a lot. And there were places that you have to have masks on, and there were places where they didn't care.
For sure.
I mean, it's all different
For
rules
sure.
to keep up with.
And still kind of is.
I have a question.
Yes,
So
Bob's walking with us. He's kind of production. There he is.
can you take us through now your typical day on this tour? Because we think Rachel's one of the hardest workers. So we roll in at 11, and then what?
Yeah, load-in starts at noon usually, so I get up, we get out there, our stage manager, everything opens the trailer, and the crew from the venue moves everything inside. So I have a big hand truck dolly thing of
You
boxes
should
and
see it.
boxes of t-shirts and CDs and all the other things. So that goes in. But you also have to remember, I'll look at my little spreadsheet from the night before, and what did I have at the end of the night? What do I need to restock? So they get loaded in, and then I go, once the trailer's empty, I can get into the back where all the t-shirts and stuff are, and I'm pulling what I need for
Replenishing.
tonight. Yeah, and adding new stuff in.
Now, are all the boxes that are up against the trailer wall, if it says extra large, is it extra large?
Not always.
Okay.
Give me a call, Polly. Polly and I had to do merch. We had to pitch in. Our merch girl's grandmother died and she needed to go, and Polly and I became merch, and we gained great respect for merch.
For sure.
So your first day out of the tour, you get all the shipments in. So big, huge pile of boxes.
You
of
should
t-shirts.
see her on that day, folks. It's really
And
something.
yeah, and then all the artists are bringing you stuff all day long, and ideally count everything that day. Open all the boxes, pile them up, and then I label them correctly. I repack them. Now they're
This is live
This is
podcasting.
Carl.
It's recorded. So
Hello,
Carl,
Carl.
just say hi on your
Okay.
right there. That's
Hey,
Carl.
Carl.
Yeah, well, right there, Carl.
That was his
Carl.
waist. You just saw
Carl
Carl's
is front of
waist.
house, and he has lots to say, and we will be talking to him as we go down the line.
Okay.
Okay, kid, we're gonna have to start wrapping up because I have a laundry cycle in
Yeah,
working
okay.
along with this and dinner. But no. Okay, so you've been with us how long?
This is my third summer.
Third summer, and what
Not
wonderful
including the internship.
offshoot happened for you on the Flower Power
So like I
concert,
said, I wanted
cruise.
this to become photography. That's my thing. Merch is fine,
So
but
good, y'all.
I'm media. I like all the other stuff. And it's not gonna happen on this tour.
No,
That's just not a
never.
job. But I love the music, like we said, and there's this cruise called the Flower Power Cruise. And I buy myself a ticket for 2020. I guess it was 2020. Then it gets rescheduled.
Yeah.
Whatever. whatever, 2022 or whatever. So I go on the cruise, Cowsills are there,
Arbel,
we're saying hi, all the things, and I bring my camera, take pictures, build my portfolio, all that stuff. And then last summer, Susan is like, hey, I know these people at Service Alive who run this flower power cruise. And she sends this really sweet email recommending me as a photographer. And so this year, 2023, they hired me as a photographer on the flower power cruise. And it was great, and I loved it. I was at my first big professional photo gig.
Yeah.
And had a great time, made new friends.
Yeah.
And
But also,
Yeah,
all
she
respect
was
being on her own
everywhere. We
life.
would go into a show,
She was kicking it.
and
yeah.
all of a sudden,
There would Ray be. Yeah.
you start at like, I think the first show's at like 11 in the morning, and then the last show ends after midnight.
Sometimes we'd see Ray trying to gather steam in the corner.
Yeah. And you have to have 200 photos edited and turned around by the next morning. Every day for 7 days.
wow,
It's not all seagulls and umbrella drinks for when you're working out there. Rachel, this has been
well,
wonderful.
now hold on. So there's a flower power cruise coming this year.
Yes.
Were you rehired?
I was rehired.
Well, then you did a
Very,
great job.
very quickly after
Nice.
that. Yeah.
So we'll see you out there.
I'll see. Yeah.
Yeah.
And maybe see some of these people.
Maybe you'll all come out and then you can say, hi to Ray, get a
And
picture.
yeah, please ask me to take your picture because not everybody wants a picture taken.
Yeah,
That makes my job easier if you ask.
if you ask.
And every picture she takes, she'll sell to you when you disembark.
Right now, remember, please remember,
Like at
every
Disneyland.
picture tells a story. Okay, let's end on that. This
Thank
was
you, Rachel.
the Merch Girl Ray interview. We love her.
It's retired through the whole show.
That's sad. I gotta go do laundry. Love.
There's the Classics 4. I got them too. Everybody's gathering backstage. And there goes Joey. And there's our band right there. That was Joey Mon from Badfinger, killing it tonight. The crowd is loving it.
Now they're changing the set for the Vogues. They're right here.
Hey, I'm in it too. Hi, welcome to
I can't see you.
Oh. How about now? Can you see me now?
A little better. Go back. There you are. Hey, Susan. That's Susan. We're doing our podcast. Everybody's here in the hole. Here come the Vogues. Vogues are great. Here they come. So Royce and Troy and Sean. There's Susan, and there's Dusty and Mark coming on next. Okay, guys, now it's the grassroots. We got Mark, and we got Dusty coming up right there. There's Dusty headed out. Mark's checking his bass, making sure it's working. Grassroots, everybody, here they come. Gary's here.
Their success is gaining respect for their peers and the admiration of music listeners around the globe. Please welcome
That's Shadow Stevens introducing them. sugar.